Hey guys, and welcome to your mobility work. Okay, so this week we are going to use a little bit of equipment, and I'm putting equipment in parentheses because it's stuff that we should have around the house, okay? So I have, in the gym we use a PVC pipe. This is actually a curtain rod, okay? You can grab a yardstick, something like that. You can grab a broom, okay? You just need something long and straight. And then if you have a resistance band, you can use a resistance band. You can use any type, like you could take a towel. This is to hold my yoga mat. I have a jump rope right there. You can use a jump rope, okay? So that's basically all that we need. We're gonna do mobility a little bit differently today. We're gonna work on ankle and knee mobility first, and we're gonna do it through something called 27 squats, okay? So we're gonna work together. This entire time as you're squatting, you are only going deep enough as your heels stay on the ground. So if you don't go into a squat, and I'm just showing you this for instance, if you go into a squat and you get here and you feel your heels lift up, then your depth of your squat is wherever your heels last made contact with the ground. Okay, do not try to go as deep as I go. I've been working on this a lot. So 27 squats. So we're gonna start normal squat distance. So feet plus or minus hip distance. I'm nearly 6 feet tall, so my feet go a little bit wider than hip distance. What we're gonna do with the 27 squats, we're just playing with the angle of the femur in with the hip socket. So toes pointed forward, hands come to chest, squat as deep as you can, keeping the heels to the ground, and lift up. Good. Now you're just gonna pivot on those heels. You're gonna go out, toes out now. Okay, once again, as deep as you can, keeping the heels on the ground. Now this is gonna be the wonky one. You're gonna take your toes in to pigeon. Now, you'll notice, you can't really go super far. Come up, okay? So that's 3 squats. We're gonna do 27 of them. So now we're gonna go a little bit narrower. So let's go feet into narrow squat stance, okay? So heel toe in 1. Push those knees out as you squat. Try and drop down. Good. Pivot on the heels, toes out. Squat, knees come out. This is generally the easiest position because hips can go into external rotation. Toughest position. Still trying to push those knees out as we're squatting. Whew. Come up. All right, let's go to pistol. Feet come together. All right, now, okay, we're super narrow base of support, so now we have to utilize our arms to counterbalance. Showing you from the side. Drop down. Tight, tight, tight. Good. Come up. Heels out, toes out. Drop down. Up. Now, toes come together, heels come out. Drop down, knees push out. So it's at 3, 6, 9. All right, so we're a third of the way there. So now, let's go to tandem. So feet hip distance apart, right leg forward, left leg forward. Squat down, now both heels stay. So now this is where we get into some really interesting shapes. Up, toes come out. So that's 10, 11, toes come in, 12. Switch your stance, tandem, good. Push that knee out, 13, heels come out, 14, toes come in, good, 15. Let's go to sumo. So we're gonna come wider, right? Squat stance, heel toe, toes come forward, remember, so now we're on 15, knees out, that's 16, toes out, 17, toes in, whew, this one's weird, 18, okay, let's go back to the beginning, feet hip distance apart, normal squat, 18, 19, toes out, 20, toes in, 21. Just for shits and giggles, let's go back to tandem. 22, toes out. So pay attention as you're going through this as to which shapes feel really mobile in which shapes maybe feel really restrictive. Okay, final 3. If you find one where you're like, that feels interesting, that's your body telling you, hey, I need a little bit of extra love here. Okay, then you can go back to other mobility videos and you can work through those points of restrictions. Toes in. Good. 27 squats, just like that. So if you really want to work, right, so squat depth, fun fact, is dictated by ankle mobility and a lot of knee mobility. A lot of people think it's in their hips, but if we have a super strong squat, okay, it's caused by tons of extreme flexion in the ankle, okay? So if you need help with your squat, like if you can't hang out in this position, that is your body's cue that something wonky is going on. Okay, I'm keeping my timer going. Now, let's just work through some sumo squats. So let's work through extreme external rotation. So toes out, heels out. Sumo squat, you're gonna tuck everything underneath, shoulders stacked over hips. Drop down, lift up. Every time you sumo squat, I want you to think about taking the back of those knees and opening them up to the back wall. So sumo squat takes a lot of inner thigh mobility. And then if you've got lazy glutes, these are gonna be really good for you. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, like I said, we're gonna keep things really different today. So we're gonna go into some balance work, okay? So, I don't know if you guys see this. This is a nice little balance beam. You can definitely use a balance beam if you want. Otherwise, sometimes like just hanging out on the ball of our feet in the morning when you wake up, brushing your teeth on one foot. But we're gonna work through some interesting balance work. So you're gonna have one foot down, you're gonna take the heel of the other foot and you're gonna place it on the toe. Now this requires a lot of concentration, so I'm not gonna look at the camera. So this might be hard enough, you're just holding here. Otherwise, you're gonna lift that back heel, brace the core, and we're gonna hold here. Now, fun fact, not so fun fact. 5 years ago, I gave myself a massive concussion, couldn't really walk for a month, couldn't see straight for 5 months, so balance work is where it's at for me. As we age, balance, coordination, and resistance training is huge for us. Okay, go ahead and switch. See how that felt. Root down through that other foot, grab the ground with the toes. Heel comes down onto that other toe. This might be difficult enough. Find a point I'm staring at. You guys can't see it. I have a snake plant in the corner. We're just gonna hold here. Good. Arms are there to help. Okay, tipping over is fine. Wobbling is fine. You don't have to be stiff as a statue. Wobbling is good. That's just your body negotiating to hold balance. If we didn't wobble, we'd just go from straight up to straight down. Okay, a couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so balance work, super awesome for us to do. My thing keeps going nuts. Grab whatever you have. So I'm showing you, like I said, with a dowel. What is this? I don't know, curtain rod. Hands are gonna come wide. Okay, tons of shoulder mobility with this. So super important, as I say every day, that we work mobility and that we work out. Okay, tension is okay. Restriction, it's okay. Pain, not good. So do not work through the pain. But, okay, we're just working through nice big rotation here. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to is if you start to extend back into that lumbar spine to make it work. No, we're straight as a board. This thing is really big. We're just opening here. Now all you're gonna do, I'm gonna step a little bit forward. You're gonna bend one elbow. You're gonna come around. Now we're in squat position. Bend, come back down. So notice, ideally, right, I work on shoulder mobility a lot. I also have a hypermobile left shoulder. But ideally, you're keeping whatever you're using close to the body. So sometimes I like to keep one point of contact on here the entire time. Now, just switch directions. Three, two, one. Okay. This one's gonna be really hard, all right? One hand, come up and over. Other hand's gonna come here, we're gonna root here. Up and over, grab. Yeah, so you might feel it back of the shoulder. This might be difficult enough. If it really hurts, okay, just go a little bit further away. If you're feeling good, you can come here. Now all you're gonna do, keeping everything straight, okay, we're just gonna lift up just a little bit, release, just a little bit. Okay, now start to pull away, in. So just a little bit of work here. If you cannot root down through here, let me know, okay? You can anchor a resistance tube in the door or in the wall, and then you can work from here with the resistance tube, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, other side. Elbow over, grab. So in one of the videos, in the previous video, we did a lot of wrist mobility. That'll help here. And also notice how I started out and I was here. Okay, we really want to try to get, so because I can't get straight, I'm gonna come out just a little bit. There we go, that's better. Whew. Shoulders are ripe. Good, now pull away, up, down, up, down. Okay, so if you want to work on your squats, you can take whatever you have and set up here, hold it in front, knees out, toes out. Now I have the point of anchor. You're gonna walk down to here, and then you walk up. Okay? One more time, walk down, and up. Now let's go one more. Down, and up. Good. Take this, we're just gonna work some rotational movement. I'm gonna come up, now let this bottom arm pull us down. Everything is stacked. Use the core, stand up. Other side. Ooh. Stand up. One on each side, one more each side. Okay. This thing's so big. All right, you're gonna come up to your chest, stand tall, give me one lunge forward, push forward, pull back. That feels good. You're gonna come from here, you're gonna push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. Okay, this time, you're gonna come forward, you're gonna hold the lunge, drop down to that bottom knee, tuck that back toe under, hinge here. Good, come up. Now all you're gonna do, you're gonna rotate and you're gonna pull away. Come center, good. Come down, switch out that knee, tuck that back toe under, push up, push away from me. Come center, rotate, push away. Good. Come on up. Okay, I'm going to take this. You're going to go behind. So, if you have hypermobile shoulders like me, you don't really need this pipe. Okay, but like 90% of people don't have hypermobile shoulders. So, you're going to utilize whatever you have. You're going to hold here. And then, right, as we talk about, don't try to mimic what I do. Don't try to mimic what your partner does. Only do what you do. So back is nice and straight. You're just gonna stay open. and then just hold here. Now from here comes the super fun part. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Chest proud. Notice I have the dowel touching my head and my tailbone. I'm going to hinge, keeping everything where it is. Now the second I start to feel, so I'm here, now it's starting to lift off my tailbone. This is my point of restriction. Okay, wherever yours is. Let's stand up. One more time. Inch forward. Lift up. Okay, now get out of this with control. Separate. Bring it around. Whew. All right, other side. So now I come up. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come behind. And also pay attention, right? One side I can like hold my hands. Other side I can't. So honor where you are. So we're gonna start here. Showing you from the back, nice and tall. You're gonna open up. You're just gonna you can almost let this bottom hand like pull down so that way you feel the stretch on that trap. Trap, tricep, tricep. Traps are up here. These are your triceps. All right, anchor down, head, tailbone, feet hinge distance, hinge back. Extend, push those knees out, keep that dowel. Notice if there's any difference in how much you can hinge on this other side. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Release. Bring it up. Woo! All right, final stretches. You're gonna grab whatever you have to pull on. We're just gonna do a little bit of spinal decompression. So the strap is totally optional. All right, you're gonna take your feet hip distance apart. Okay, you can start standing. All we're gonna do, we're just gonna hinge down. Release the crown of the head to the ground. Now this might be enough for you. If you're super limber, you can come into, what do they call it, gorilla, where you step on to your hands. Or if you want to get a little bit more decompression, you can grab that strap and you can start to very gently, okay, don't force yourself into anything in mobility, okay? Otherwise, you're just gonna hang here. Now, if you want, you can shift right and left. Isa says, what you doing? Shift right and left. Okay, now just come back to center, move your head. Just relax here a little bit longer, okay? Just allowing the force of gravity and the weight of your head, your arms, your shoulders to kind of pull, decompress that spine. All you're gonna do, brace the quads. We're gonna stand up, stacking the spine, one vertebrae at a time. So tuck that tailbone under, the head is the last thing to come up. Tuck, stack, stack. Good, come on up. Feet underneath hips, palms towards me. I was gonna say palms down, palms towards me, fingers down. Good. We got like a little stitch right here. Okay, right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Neck stretches, do them every day, especially if you work at a computer, you guys, okay? Oof. One more time. Awesome, stand tall, stand proud, pull back, stack everything, total tension in the body, and release. Awesome job today, you guys. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy this mobility work, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.